Hello, spellcasters of all shapes and sizes. My name is Chance, and welcome to the 21st episode of our second level spells series over at my Spellbook. Now, without further ado, let me introduce you to the spicy spell, Dragon's Breath. This spell is usable by the Sorcerer and the Wizard, and it is found in the Xanathar's Guide to Everything book, and it is pretty dang cool. Mr. Zbashu also covered this spell in one of his videos, so I hope I do it a service in some semblance or another. In any case, let's check out its mechanics so we can understand what we're talking about a little bit better. So your damage is 3 die 6 plus an additional die 6 per slot level above second. So if you use a third level spell slot, it would become 4 die 6 total, and it would scale accordingly. And the effect at a glance is as followed. Target creature can use an action to spew a cone, and that cone does the damage above, if you didn't know. The cast time is 1 bonus action. The range is touch, but the cone itself is actually 15 feet. The duration is 1 minute, and this is a concentration spell. The saving throw is a Dexterity one, and on a success, the target only takes half damage. The components are verbal, material, and somatic, and if you are curious about that material component, it is a hot pepper. Strangely enough, this spell doesn't actually consume this, but if you'd like to flavor it so that it does, I would completely understand. And the school is Transmutation, which makes sense, and the damage type is either acid, cold, fire, lightning, or poison, based on how you're feeling in that particular moment, and I really like that. I love the spells that give you the ability to choose damage type. It makes your job so much easier. In any case here, let's check out the full description, understand the particular wording behind this spell. You touch one willing creature and imbue it with the power to spew magical energy from its mouth, providing it has one. Choose acid, cold, fire, lightning, or poison. Until the spell ends, the creature can use an action to exhale energy of the chosen type in a 15-foot cone. Each creature in that area must make a Dexterity saving throw, taking a 3 die 6 damage of the chosen type on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. At higher levels, when you cast a spell using a spell slot of 3rd level or higher, the damage increases by 1 die 6 for each slot level, 2nd and above. Very, very cool stuff. Honestly, I really like the way it's worded, I like the way it behaves mechanically, and I like the way it works thematically as well. I just think it's pretty dang sweet. In terms of how you can tell which creatures are going to be eligible for this and which ones aren't, typically the rule of thumb you're going to want to apply here is anything that makes an initiative roll can be used with this spell, if that makes sense. If you have any questions, ask your DM about it and they should be able to fill you in. Now let's get on to some fun stuff, some alternative uses here. So one of the things that I really like this being used for is to properly set up traps or help you navigate a maze or some form of confined space in a very cool way. What this essentially lets you do is it lets you scout ahead with a familiar, let's say, and you can give it the teeth to actually defend itself if need be. Along that same vein of thought, you can really use this to help balance out action economy. For example, let's say you're down a guy because he didn't show up for a session and the DM didn't scale back the encounter. This would be a great way to make up for that lost damage potential. I think it's pretty sweet. Outside of that, there's also another cool caveat to this spell that I don't see a lot of people talking about, and it kind of makes this spell a little bit overpowered. So I think that there's a strong argument to be made for using this on creatures that are invisible. Now, the reason I feel this way is this spell, it doesn't technically count as an attack action, nor does it really count as casting a spell, at least when you use the feature, right? So when you cast this on your familiar and he uses it, he's not casting a spell in the traditional sense, he's simply using a feature that the spell provides him with. I think that logically balances out, but please run that past your DM before you try to use it honestly, it sounds like a logistical nightmare for me, and I probably wouldn't allow it in my game, but by Raw, it definitely seems to look that way. Let me know what you think down beneath. Also, be sure to mention if you have any cool alternative uses, any thoughts, or any questions of your own. I really like hearing from you guys, so I really do appreciate it. That being said, if you like that cool hand-drawn Warforged being drawn on the screen, and you'd like your own hand-drawn D&D character, please check out the guild hall to figure out exactly how to do that. That being said, I hope you have a wonderful day, and as always, happy spellcasting, everyone.